I apologize for half of my face resembling Heath Ledger's Joker from The Dark Knight Returns. But we have more pressing matters. I'm glad we at least get to see my eyes are brown and not big black dots, as some people would suggest. Cruz endorsed Trump today and, you know, completely surprised me. Uh, Twitter's having a field day with this. I actually searched up Cruz's. Yeah, I just typed his name in today after seeing that on Google, and Twitter has this automatic feed thing where they'll send you messages that they'll show messages that people have written with his name in it or relating to him, and one of them was him calling on Trump to release his tax returns back in April when he was still running, and I guess near the end of his campaign. But I don't guess, I know that was the month before he dropped out. Not even the month before he dropped out, a couple of weeks. Nonetheless, you also have the transcript of his, thing, and I got the email for it. Just all of that. And, my reaction is kind of, again, surprised because after the convention, I really figured what he would do was just stay out of, wow, the sun really is getting to my eye, was just stay out of the, limelight, not try to get involved with any of these national politics, focus on Texas, kind of like how Rubio is supposed to be focusing on Florida right now. Um, but yeah, I mean, everybody's going back on their word. First, he said he was. First, Rubio said, "I'm not going to run for re-election." Saw what happened. Then Cruz says, I'm not supporting Trump." Saw what happened. Oh my God, the only ones who I think are sticking to their guns are Graham and Bush. Graham outright said that we have, bad choices either way. I think Romney echoed much of the same thing, although in their cases, well, at least in Romney's case, literally nothing to lose whatsoever. And I can't really say I blame him for feeling the way that he does, because if I were in his position, I'd probably be a little bit bitter over somebody else doing well when they were my successor and had much of the same socioeconomic status. You get the point. But it makes sense, and it kind of made sense for Cruz too. You work up all these years in government, and you don't, you run for the nomination. You beat every single person in the primary except one, and it's the guy who's never held office a day in his life, but who has name recognition that few of us will ever attain. Not to say somebody's a loser, and it just shows you that there is a level of this electoral process that really amounts to a popularity contest. Same thing with the Democrats with Clinton. Had name recognition over Sanders, and I'm thoroughly convinced that was a major factor in her, winning over him. So where do we go from here? I don't see Cruz, you know, doing anything besides this for the next 2 months relating to Trump. I think he'll probably fade back into the Senate and just keep focusing on himself, which really isn't isn't the worst strategy, because there are uh, a number of people that can fulfill that role. You don't really need Cruz for that. I just don't understand why he would do this. I mean, I guess maybe he wants to get Trump supporters. That was the original plan, after all, according to some people. But this late, and you already kind of PO'd some of your, more ardent supporters who really can't stand Trump whatsoever. So I don't know. His motivation is only known to him. I can just surmise what might have led to this. Um, they had the report of the story earlier this morning, and I just couldn't believe it, because it seemed so out of nowhere. They admitted that he met with Pence, the VP nominee, uh, but they didn't say when. They just said recently. I don't want recent. I want a particular date. I want you to say on September such and such, he met with such and such. So kind of like now, September 23rd, 2016, he endorses Trump. They don't do that. They just say recently. When is that? When was recently? Last night? Last week? Last month? We all have different ideas of when recently takes place. Some people even say a year is recent. No, it isn't, but whatever. Uh, yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good day, and I'm shocked.